Yalla.
We're kind of getting cut. What the hell? We are going to be investigating all around the Giza Plateau, looking at all of the ancient tech evidence, having a little look at that, going to see the second Sphinx. I've never seen it before, so I'm super excited to see that. At the minute, we are just debating about the boat pits that are outside the pyramids, because there's a lot of evidence, there's a lot of arguments back and forth about the boat pits. So supposedly the pyramids were 4th dynasty made, and the boat pits were 5th dynasty boat pits, so the next generation decided to dig a pit and put their boats in it. Well, one boat, to be fair, one boat was found on the other side, but in all of the main boat pits around the main pyramids, no boats were found. So Christopher Dunn believes that, well, he has a theory, a working theory, that these were actually pits that were holding giant circular 30-foot saws, which meant that they could cut to size whatever measurement they wanted. They could have these huge saws. Of course, there's no evidence for such saws, but it would make sense why they were doing that. And then we are arguing amongst ourselves whether or not these are actually 5th dynasty boat pits, or whether or not they were ancient saw pits that then the 5th dynasty Egyptians found and were like, cool, could fit a boat in that. I think because the boat pits seem pretty, well, incredibly roughly cut out. So if it was like ceremonial, my brain is going, they look quite functional. Like they just scooped a bit of rock out, so that, I mean, I can see what Christopher Dunn's saying. It does make sense. Right near the site, you've got these big saw pits where you'd need them, because obviously you want it right next to where you're building it. The placement makes sense. They are not like decorated, they're not ornate. It's literally just like swiped a bit of limestone out. Would make sense it was a blade pit. And then later dynasties that come along, find something and repurpose it and reuse it. It's a theme that we see all the time. I'm not opposed to the idea that saw pits became boat pits.
Yeah, there was a giant one.
This one looks more like a boat pit, but the other one doesn't. It just looks like a scoop of land.
Well, actually, this huge one looks very much like a boat pit, but like this one larger.
So
It looks like it. Diamond
Yeah.
things, no, it's to use this saw. So we bring.
Pit or saw pit or both?
I grew up as knowing it's both.
It's both, okay.
I have heard the saw by Dunn. That was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, we are open to listen and learn from, many different scholars, researchers, scientists. So why not?